Well, hey there, it's YoBo. Back for day 60 of life according to YoBo. A life with no mess, no stress, doggone it, nobody's BS. Day 60. We started out on January 1st. Here it is. I don't know what today is, March 2nd, 3rd, whatever it is. We are still here on this journey. It is a journey indeed. And those of you who have hung in here, high five. I ain't mad at you. Get your book at YoBoProductions.com. You can follow me on Twitter, YouTube, and on Facebook. Let's get into this day 60 message. I know you're tired of hearing me say book 2 is almost ready, but guess what? Book 2 is almost ready. I promise you it is. I proofed it last night. I need to go through one more proof, make a couple changes, and you'll be able to order it this week. That's a promise, okay? Well, let's get into this message. This is the last one in the book 2 book. Another message from my mama. Always see the glass half full and not half empty. As I'm writing these messages, I take a lot of them from personal experience. Some things that happened to me during the day. Since I'm going along my merry way, and I'll just stop and I'll write something down. I said, I've got to share this, because when we talk about no mess, no stress, and no BS, I just can't write a 30-day book or a 60-day book, because there are lessons. Life is full of lessons every single day. And this is a lesson that I learned in February. A visit with my family was coming to an end. And while preparing for bed, I thought, dang, I've only got 2 more days here. I got into bed that night. Oh, I was thinking, golly, this just was not enough time. The next day, I dryly said to my daughter, I've got 2 more days. You know what happened? Her face lit up like a Christmas tree, I promise you. She squealed, I know, I was thinking the same thing. We've got 2 more days. When she said those words, I felt them come out of her mouth and bam, just bopped me upside the head. As I realized how 2 different people can see the same situation 2 totally different ways. Now that was my situation with seeing the glass half empty instead of half full. Now let's take that same message, that same analogy, and we're going to switch it to your current problem. Yes, I understand. Things may be bad for you right now. But as bad as things may be, the very same situation would bring a big Kool-Aid grin to somebody's face. Honey, your problem right now, Whitney Houston mama would pay you $5 million to trade places with you. You gonna get on life support and having seizures when they take you off life support. You switch places with Bobby Christina. If money is your problem, I promise you, Whitney Houston mama would give you $5-10 million to trade places with Bobby Christina right now. You go get in that bed and let her have your life. And we're going to hear if she's going to complain about the problems that you have. See, I was reading last week something about problems, and it was saying that most of the time, the problem that we have, only about 20% of it is a real problem. The other 80% is the way we view the problem. Let me say that again. Your problem is 20% problem. 80% is the way you view the problem. You may say, well, YoBo, that's not true. I'm facing foreclosure. I'm 4 months behind in my mortgage payment. They're going to put me out this time next week. That's a real problem. Well, let's look at it. Let's examine the whole thing. Pull out your bills, pull out your checkbook. Let me go over everything, all your expenses for the last 2 years. 80% could be the way you spent your money. Did you overextend yourself? And even with the house, you're facing foreclosure. Did you buy a house that you could not afford? Were you trying to keep up with the Joneses? Should you have started out with a 2-bedroom, 1-bathroom house and then gradually go up to your 6-bedroom, 6-bathroom house? 20% problem, 80% is the way you dealt with it. It could be that you don't know how to manage your money, or it could be that you are in a bad relationship. Okay, I'm not even going to use you for an example. When we're talking about 20% problem, 80% the way people deal with it. Don't you know people in bad relationships, by the time y'all do interventions, talk to them till you blue in the face, you finally get them to leave that old knucklehead. What do? 6 months later, they're in a relationship with the same type of knucklehead. Somebody want to cuss them out in public, call them all kind of bees, hoes, traps. Don't matter where they are. And talk to their children crazy. They leave that relationship, they get into another relationship just like it. So what we're looking at the 80% problem. What is it that I'm doing that put me into this situation? See, when you're sitting outside trying to enjoy the beautiful spring weather, you got to deal with the Texas bugs. So 80% you, 80% the way you're looking at it, 20% problem. Those words may sting, but it's the truth. I once heard T.D. Jakes say, somebody can win with the hand that you've been dealt. And in the words of YoBo, if anybody is going to win with the hand that life has dealt to you, honey child, it might as well be you. That's life according to YoBo, day 60. Always see the glass half full, never half empty. Somebody can take the hand you've been dealt, they can play that and win everything. And if they can do it, you can do it. It's just going to take a little perseverance. Put your chin up. Tell yourself, I ain't going out like this. It ain't over till it's over. All the messages that we've learned from day 1 through day 60. Give thanks for 100 things every day. Hold your peace. Let the Lord fight your battle. Trust the still small voice. It's all in here. Well, we're going to put our song on and we up out of here. See y'all tomorrow on day 61 of life according to YoBo. Adios.